Okay, I want to talk about the storytelling framework. And this is based on an amazing, amazing book, and a book by a gentleman by the name of Donald Miller. And you can get this at Amazon. Just go look up Donald Miller, Building a Story Brand. And it's huge. I've read a lot of books in my lifetime. And I will tell you, as far as like business and understanding marketing and maybe even personal growth and things like that, this is in the top 5. And I just found this and I don't even remember who introduced it to me or where I heard it. It was probably on some YouTube training or channel I was watching. But it just changed how I saw things. And I think I saw them this way all the time, kind of, but I didn't really know what it was and how it played out. Okay. So I'm going to take it apart today and share with you the 7 points of this framework. Okay. Again, this is Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. Get it, read it 10 times. It'll change how you market, how you build your business, how you do things. And if you've followed me at all, you know that I talk a lot about being a storyteller, becoming a great storyteller, and not only becoming a great storyteller, but becoming a great collector of stories, right? Because all of the stories that you have about your journey may not affect the people that you are talking to, or all of them, right? So if I'm talking to maybe a single mom, right? I don't have a single mom story, but I do have, if I've collected enough stories, I may have Janie, who's a single mom, that I can relate that story to and tell her about that, right? So become a great storyteller and become a great collector of stories, but understand the structure of a story and understand how that works in your marketing, okay? So let's go through this, right? The first one in the book, this is how he lays it out. The first one is the character, right? The character is your prospect, your potential customer, whoever that you're trying to get the attention to, and they are the hero of the story. And I know that's so contrary to, everything that I'd heard over the years and everything I saw, right? So many people out there, touting about how much money they made and, join me and you can make this much money kind of a thing and so forth. And making themselves the hero and thinking that, okay, we've got to let people know that we've had success or else they won't follow us. But the reality is that the character needs to be the hero. Right? And I'm going to keep relating this back to one of the great movie films of our time, Star Wars. Right? So the hero was Luke Skywalker, right? In the original one. And he was just this young person that didn't even know he had any problems. So number 1 is that character. And we need to know who that is in our story. The number 2 thing is that the character has a challenge, has a problem, has something go on, right? So if we look at Luke, we look at that story, his aunt and uncle are killed, his home is destroyed, everything that he had and thought he was going to, be a part of, even though he wanted to leave and fly, right? The starfighters or whatever, it was all gone. So he encountered this challenge, right? So the character, our hero, encounters this challenge. Number 3 is he meets the guide, Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Now, a lot of people think, well, yeah, Obi-Wan's the hero. No, he's the guide. He's the guide. Again, going back to that method of marketing where people are always doing income claims and look at me, look at me, look at me. For me, when I look at that, it's like, well, I don't care how much you made. How many people have you helped? How many people have you guided? How many people have you taken on and taught how to do that, right? Because I want to be the hero in my story. I don't need you to be the hero. I need you to be my guide and teach me how to do that. So I want to know how many people you've helped, right? Number 4 is the guide's going to give him a plan, right? So what did Obi-Wan do? He said, come with me. I'm going to teach you all about the Force. I'm going to show you what it is to be a Jedi and so forth, okay? Number 5 is their call to action, right? You've got to go through this. We've got to go save the princes. We've got to go save the rebellion. Otherwise the empire is going to take over. We've got to do these things. We've got to get you on that path, right? Number 6 is, if you do this, and number 6 and number 7 go together because there are two sides to this. One is, if you do this, here's the success you're going to have. But if you don't, here's the failure, right? So the first thing is the guide has got to help them avoid that failure. But they got to understand what it is. Like, if you don't change, if you don't do these things, you're gonna experience this failure. But if you do, then your story is going to end up in success. And it's that guide and hero relationship that we can develop with our customers that is so, so very powerful. There's so many people out there. One of my good friends and mentor, Robert Hollis, I love it when he talks about the people he's helped, right? Amy Porterfield, she talks about the people, I don't know, I mean, I look her up, I know that she's worth over $100 million net worth, maybe more. But it doesn't matter. I don't look at that. I look at, okay, how many people have taken her courses and have had success? And she's always talking about the people that she's so excited about that have had success because of, her helping her, because of her being that guide. Okay. So, number one, the character. Character has a problem. Character meets a guide. The guide gives them a plan, calls them to action, shows them if they follow, here's the success. If they don't, here's the failure, right? You'll notice that a lot of times we talk to people and we'll say, look, if nothing changes, if you do nothing, then everything that you have in the next 5 years is probably going to be exactly the same, right? You're still going to be working that job you hate. You're still going to be not able to take the vacations you want and do all these things. But if you do these things, then that can all change, right? And you see that all the time in marketing. You see that all the time in people telling their story and people on stage and so forth, talking about if nothing changes, nothing changes, right? And you need to understand that. So I want to keep this short and sweet, but understand that building a story brand is crucial and key and critical to not only your marketing, but understanding how life works and understanding how you can put that all together to really be the guide that people are looking for, right? Instead of you always being the hunter, become the hunted. I can tell you from my own experience, this has helped me out immensely. In the past, I didn't even know I was doing it. Now that I've read the book, I know how to do it even better. So God bless you all. Remember, the best guide we've got out there is our Lord Jesus Christ. I encourage you every single day to pick up his word and get closer and closer to him, and all of this will make much more sense to you. God bless you. Have an amazing, amazing day.